Mitra is with Boeing, class of 2007, and you are on leadership Long Beach Board of Directors?
Correct.
Excellent. And Nima, yours Ernst & Young.
Correct.
And you're in the current class?
I am.
All right, right on.
Next month.
Well, what's that?
Graduating next
Graduates next month. Very, very cool. You made it off the mountain, you're here. So you are siblings.
Yes.
That's awesome. Does that happen very often in Leadership Long Beach?
I actually am a sibling as well.
Of an alumni?
Yes, my sister went through the program 10 years prior to me going through.
Oh, that's great.
And it took, 10 years to twist my arm. Not really.
Yeah.
But I just was looking for the right opportunity and the right timing. But it's great to see mutual siblings here.
So
That's
we're also
awesome.
10 years apart.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so 2007 and then obviously 2017.
That's great.
Maybe that's the trend for siblings.
I guess so. I guess so.
She didn't tell you about the mountain, right? Because that's like, those are some serious rules.
That's off rules,
That's
yeah.
off rules, okay. But what did she tell you that convinced you to sign up?
It's what she told me and what she showed me. I've been able to connect with events the last couple of years. It's always been something that was on my radar.
Sure.
Just seemed at the right point in my career and my professional development here in Long Beach to join the program this year. So just meeting the alumni and the other things going on in the community was really what drew me to the program.
Was there anything that you can remember sort of seeing or being witness to in terms of maybe some of the connections that she made, or some of the characters that you connected directly to the experience of having been at Leadership Long Beach that made you think, I want to have similar connections, I want to have similar access to the community, just out of curiosity?
Absolutely, yeah. I grew up in Long Beach, but seeing my sister in the community and also seeing her connection with Leadership Long Beach really shrunk that, 500,000 people we have here in Long Beach. So
Sure.
I've definitely felt that over the last 12 months, been able to get a little bit of a peek into what city employees do. I've come from the private sector,
Okay.
but being able to kind of shrink the 5 degrees of separation down to maybe 2 or 3 through
Sure.
Leadership Long Beach has been a really great benefit of the program.
Cool. And how did your experience live up to what she claimed your experience would be?
Well, again, it's been 10 years, but I think, there's a couple of things that I really thought that I was going to get out of the program, which I did, and then just learning from the people within the program has been one of the great experiences that you don't really know what you're going to get because you don't know the 29 other people that are going to be in there with you, and that's been one of the great benefits of the program as well.
Sure. And as he shared stories with you, has it, have you picked up on any sort of, oh no, we didn't have that when it was my year, or has it felt like just memory lane, very similar experiences, very similar structure in terms of what you experienced when you went through it?
So I would say yes.
Okay.
There's definitely a lot of themes and a lot of similar experiences that are kind of the core of the program, like the mountain, like the orientation, like the camaraderie of the classmates. But I definitely think the program's evolved quite a bit in the last decade.
Sure.
Which is great. That's what you want your programs to do, and as board members, that's kind of what we strive to do, is to make our organization better every day. So I think there's a lot that his class and more recent classes have been doing that have just been improvements of the program over time. And then even though I did share kind of the high level details with him, I think a lot of the big takeaways with Leadership Long Beach are things that you just have to experience on your own. And so I didn't share every little detail about the program.
Right.
So it's kind of neat as he's been sharing his experiences with me, then we can kind of connect that way. But I didn't want to really spoil the program
Right.
for him.
No, absolutely. And it's like you said, there's some things that even if you spoil it, it doesn't make the impact that the experience
It doesn't.
has.
And obviously the program's very structured, but there's certain things you don't plan. Like some
Right.
of the big takeaways and some of the aha moments aren't things that were planned. It's just an issue that was timely or something within the class that just came up. And for me personally, that was kind of my big takeaways, were those things that just happened and not necessarily the curriculum for that class month or anything that was project related.
I remember for me on the mountain, one of those things you can't plan was, you both know this, a bunch of strangers meet up in the woods. It's like a horror film, basically. That's how they all started. and in the very first exercise they gave us, and I don't know about you, was the stand in front of someone and stare them in the eye for an unbroken minute. Remember that? And we all paired off. But that very night, one of our classmates, Tim, pulled out his guitar and just started singing Cat Stevens and Supertramp songs. And we all just kind of crowded around and sat in front of him like little kids, like in romper room. And at the same time that we're sitting there singing, everyone's kind of looking around, sort of taking this moment in of, how did we get here this quickly? We just got here, and then we're all just kind of like leaning on each other's shoulders, but it was just it's the nature of the exercises and what they
It's
do,
the
and
beauty
it's
of the
so
mountain
crucial.
too. Yeah, it's that disconnect and getting away. I don't think you could accomplish the same thing if you were in a conference room somewhere. Or, I think getting to the mountain really helps
Yeah.
that happen.
It demystifies what we might think of professionalism.
Mhm,
It
mhm.
strips that away to where
Right.
you remember at the end of the day we're just all people trying to make our dreams come true.
Yep.
Maybe we can help each other. So that's great. Let me ask you about the question as board members. Do you happen to know what the, like, how should I put it, oldest class of person you have in the board is and the most current class of person you have on the board, like the years? In terms of, we've got someone from 99 and
Current, I think we definitely have someone within the last year or two.
uh-huh.
The oldest that's a tough one.
I know Veronica served about 8 years on the board.
Okay.
As far as the earliest class to graduate,
Who represents on the board?
1996, maybe Debbie Thorpe.
Oh
That's
wow.
probably it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a stab in the dark, but
Yeah,
I know
it's-
she's been very active and very engaged with Leadership Lines for a very long time. Sorry if I get the class date wrong.
No, that's fine.
The
The reason I ask is, do you find that the board, as it develops, that these different years and different experiences, that they all sort of start to complement each other in terms of what you've all experienced in your particular years, to sort of continue to build an evolving and improving Leadership Long Beach based on years of experience in the program?
Absolutely, because part of being on the board is there's a selection process. There's a nomination process, but there's also a group of individuals who go about and look at who the board is currently, what age group or what class they graduate from. So we try to have a recurring, 3 people off from a certain year and then 3 on from another year. So absolutely, not only try to do that, we try to fill holes for certain executive positions, treasurer, marketing, certain people with certain skill sets. We absolutely are always looking for. That's something that's really important to us. But I can say this, with having the chance to work with Mitra over the last few years, honestly, the truest professional around. So I feel like, just being associated and being able to rub elbows with her, I've learned a great. And kind of side note, I actually had the opportunity to interview Nima. And I can tell you, when we sat in the interview room during his class, he was an absolute superstar. And I know we're very fortunate to keeping him close to the organization. So thank you, both of you.
Very
Thank
cool.
you. That's very kind of you.
So any future siblings in the program?
No, he's the baby.
Right on.
This one might be in the program.
Oh,
one day.
Hey!
Announcement.
Very cool.
You heard it live
Heard
here
it live on
on
Program
Facebook.
and Institute alumni. Well, very cool. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
That is awesome.
What would that be? Youth class of 2035?
Well, there's a
Maybe,
youth program.
maybe.
too.
No
There's a youth
Yeah,
program
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
I think they have a shoe-in into the youth program at this point. They have to. That one's free. So, well, thank you very much,
Thank
both of
you.
you,
Thanks a
and
lot.
very nice to meet you.